All right, so you clicked on this video for a reason. Today I'm going to show you how to get Google VEO AI videos for free. And this is not clickbait. And we're going to be abusing Google Cloud's $300 free credit that they give you when you sign up for their accounts. Before we get into the video, I actually make these things. I do not rip them from other people. They are all custom made. So if you have any ideas on what you want to see for YouTube automation, any ideas, leave them in the comments and I will deliver. Let's get right into it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go to cloud.google.com/free trial. Then click get started for free and it's going to bring you to this page. You're going to select your account, click agree and continue. And then from here, it's going to ask you to put in your contact information and your payment method. Now, don't worry, you will not get charged. You will not get charged until this $300 in free credit is up, and that's what we're going to be abusing here. So once you click start free, you're going to be brought to a page like this, sort of kind of like this. And what we're going to do is go to the project picker up here, and we're going to click up here, click new project, and we're going to type in this information and then click create. This is going to be the screen that you're presented with. So if we click view expiration details right here, after it says you've activated your full account, we can actually see the credit. It's not this one. This one, you cannot use this credit for this application, but this free trial is 210 bucks. The original value is 300, and that's what we're going to be using to generate these videos. The first thing we're going to need to do is in the search bar type Vertex AI API. So we're going to click on the top result and click on enable. This will take about 2 to 3 minutes to complete, and once it's complete, we're going to move on to the next step, which is creating that service account. So we're going to click on these 3 lines right here. Then I am an admin. Then here we're going to click on service accounts, then create service account, and then we'll just name this testing, delete after. And we're going to click create and continue. So then at this permissions, this is very important. We're going to make the first one the Vertex AI administrator. And the second one, we're going to make a storage admin. And then we're going to click continue. And then we're going to click done. Right. So now we will have this email address right here. And then what we're going to do is click on the 3 dots, then manage keys. And then we're going to click add key and then create new key. We're going to select JSON and then click create. And it's going to download this file. We'll just put it in our documents. So now that we have that done, we have to do one more step on Google Cloud, and that is creating a bucket. So at the top, we're just going to search bucket and then click the first one. Now from here, we're just going to click create, and we're going to name it something generic. So like VEO output files 36, right? Something like that. And the reason that we need that it can't just be like output is because this is technically a public unique name. So this is like a username kind of. So you can't have duplicates. So just name it something like this. Then from there, choose where you store your data. We're going to click region and we're going to click US Central Iowa, then continue, and then just click create. Then you will have a bucket just like this where we can click inside of, and it's kind of like a Google Drive in a sense. And we're going to set everything up in n8n right now, but this was the last step on Google Cloud. So we're back in n8n, and the first thing that we're going to have to do is generate an access token. So the way that we do this is by uploading your JSON file. So I have to blur all this out because this is my private key. And if someone has access to your private key, they can essentially just use up your free credits. So you're essentially hard coding your access token into n8n before you start your workflow. So what does that mean? That essentially means that everything that's present in this JSON file right here is in this JavaScript. So you really do not want to be sharing this because they could use up your credits, and then if your credits expire, they could use up your card on file too. So you do not want to share this, but I'm going to share the JavaScript in the description that's blank. And essentially what you're going to do is go over to Claude AI, paste in the template JavaScript in Claude, just drag that in, and then copy the script and then paste the script into here and say, fill out everything with this JSON file. It will do that and it will give you back this file. So we are going to then paste that into this node. And if you guys are complete beginners, the way that you create this node is you right click, add node, code node, then code in JavaScript, and then paste in that script that Claude gives you. From there, we're going to add another JavaScript node, right? So this JavaScript node is simple. This is simply just the prompt. So the prompt that you want and the video number. So you can just screenshot this and have ChatGPT convert it into text for you. But it's very simple and it's just a prompt node. So the workflow would look like this. You generate the access token, then you create the prompt, right? So from here, we're going to add an HTTP request. So to do that again, right click HTTP request, and it is going to be a post method, and the URL is going to be this. Now this right here is your project ID. So you're going to want to replace that, but everything else stays the same. So you're just replacing this project ID right here. And you can find that by going up here, and the project ID is right here. So that's the only thing you're replacing in that link. Authentication, none, but we are going to send headers. Now this is very, very important. Otherwise this will not run. So the first header we're going to send is just authorization, spelled exactly like this. And then the second one is going to be bearer. So we're going to type bearer like this, space, then go to generate access token, and then drag the access token right there, right? And then it will read as this. Obviously, this is going to be blurred because I'm not supposed to share this, but it will be read like that. The next one will be content like this, dash type, and then application/JSON would be the value. In this example, we are going to send a body, so we're going to enable that. The body type is going to be JSON and then using JSON. And you can just screenshot this, and we are going to send this over to Google to generate the prompt. So you can screenshot this, and then this green thing right here is representing this script right here. So this is the prompt. So we're going to essentially just drag this from here, and that's going to tell Google what the prompt was from your previous script, right? And the parameters, this is how many videos you want created. This is the aspect ratio, and obviously the seconds. And the storage URI is what you're going to have to change as well. So right after the slash is where you put your folder name. So you just copy the folder name just like this and paste it right here. So now this node is good to go. So we're going to run that. And then we're going to add a wait node. So right click, wait, and we're going to make this 70 seconds. And we're going to run that. And while we're waiting, we can set up the remainder of the script. So let's just go over what we've made so far. We have generated the access token via the information from the JSON. We have created a prompt. We have sent that prompt over to Google, and now we're waiting. You might be asking, where is the video being stored? The video is being stored in the bucket that we created right here. So if we refresh this page here, a new folder will populate when the prompt has been created. So I guess I'll just show that first, because that's a confusing step. We are not creating the video in n8n. We are sending it to Google, then bringing it back to n8n. So our wait just completed here. So we're going to refresh. And as you can see, we have a folder now. And that folder contains our video. So if I click on this, our video is right here. So we need to tell n8n how to access this file. So the next thing we're going to do is another HTTP, just like this. And what we are going to do is get this time instead of post. And we're going to type in this link. Now, everything about this link stays exactly the same except this part right here. We are replacing this part with whatever you named your bucket right here. So we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it right there. Authentication none. The headers are the same from the previous step and we're not sending a body. So when we run this, it will fetch the latest folder. So as you can see, 51446633, and that lines up with our folder right here. So that is working. Then we are going to use this JavaScript right here. You can screenshot this, have ChatGPT convert it as text. We're going to have this script convert this output into a JSON output. So if we click here, we have now created a JSON output right here called folder ID. So this is the final step. Now we are going to download the videos, right? So you can honestly just copy this and rename it to download videos so that we save this information, because we are going to need to send this authorization every single time. But that's not really important. We're going to double click. The method is get, and this is the link. Now, this might get a little bit confusing, but we're going to copy this whole entire link. Obviously, right here, you're going to change this to whatever your folder is here. And then where it says /JSON folder ID, that's going to be this. So we're going to drag that here until it's green like this, /sample-01. So the final link should come out to this. Then we are going to run this. So now that that has run, we now see our video in a data format for the first time, right? So if we click view, there is our video. We created this video for free with the credits, right? We created this video. So then from here, these steps are optional. This is if you want to save this video to the root of your droplet that you're hosting n8n on, right? So this will just convert that file into binary, and this will write it to the droplet. The reason that you might do this is if you wanted to have a workflow where it edits the video in n8n. I can make another video on that. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to go over it. These two scripts essentially write the video file to the root of your n8n self-hosted drive so that you can edit the videos later. But I'm not going to go over that right now. But this next step is crucial to creating consistent videos, and that is the deletion output. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste this download videos, and we're going to revise this. So we are going to go to delete instead of get, and in the URL, obviously, there's a theme. You have to replace your folder ID. We're going to do /o/ and then we're going to go to our download videos node, and we're going to take the folder ID and put it here. Then after the folder ID JSON, we are going to do %2f sample-0.mp4. And this is what it should look like, the final result. That's how you know if you're doing it right, if the final result looks like this. The headers are obviously the same, but this is important at the bottom here. We need to click add option, and then we need to do response, right? And here's that response. It needs to be a text response, and then the output field can just be data, right? It doesn't have to be anything else. Then in settings, on error, we're going to continue. So that needs to be on, and that's crucial because since we're deleting the file, it's looking for the file, deleting it, then looking for it again. So that is causing an error, but it's actually doing what we want it to do, which is delete the file. So we're going to run this. And if I refresh the page, right, this was our file right here, which got translated into n8n here. But if I refresh, it's gone, right? The file is gone. And that's good because when we rerun this again, we can generate a new file. So that was how you can use Google's $300 free credit to generate free AI videos. If you have any questions, I'm going to drop my phone number in the description below. If you have any other comments or questions for me, leave it in the description or text me at my personal number. I will respond.